Now, we're still celebrating and recognizing International Women's Month, the whole of March. And as we celebrate, it's also important for us to reflect and discuss issues of gender discrimination across the board. There was a story that caught our attention over the weekend about a woman who was naked and humiliated in Anambra State because she allegedly killed her husband because she was cheating on him. I think that's the story that we got.
Accused.
She was accused of cheating on him. So it's not even clear if indeed she cheated on him. But what happened, according to the story, is that the woman's husband died while he was, both of them were together, intimate, in their private quarters. Because he died on her, there's an assumption, an allegation that, oh, he died because you probably cheating on him. Now, so the judge and jury concluded, and the entire community
stripped her
naked and humiliated her in public. Of course, the story was posted on a blog. It went viral. Everyone was talking about it. But it begs, again, the question of discrimination, gender discrimination against women, the issue of jungle justice, the fact that when a situation happens, as much as we want to uphold our traditional ways, how do we therefore marry traditional justice with the contemporary justice? How do we marry them together such that both sides can work smoothly without any issues? Let me start with the lady. You can call us and join the conversation on the numbers on your screen. Let me come to you, Tope. Mariam, your thoughts on this?
Of course, I felt really, really bad. There is no justification for what just happened. This is a woman who has just been bereaved. Like, this is a woman who has just lost her husband, someone she obviously loved. And the reaction of the community is to label her the one that killed the man. And this has been ongoing for many years. We have a culture that if a man dies and the wife is in any way around that vicinity or can be labeled in any way, people will just simply say she's the one that did it. And the people are the judge and the jury, and they would be the one to declare the judgment. They would even be the one to implement the judgment on the woman. So this woman was stripped naked and paraded on the streets that she killed her husband, based on no evidence. I feel that for us we've been playing lip service to solving this problem because it's not a new thing. And for us to properly solve it is for us to prosecute these custodians of culture who are the judge and jury and the ones that implement justice on innocent people without any proof. These are the people we need to prosecute, because this case would happen again. Somebody else would be in the same thing, except we make a public show of providing that these people who were all the people around her, and there were women there. There was a woman beside, there's a picture of this woman naked, and a woman beside her holding a rubber slippers. Okay, if we prosecute these women that are the ones, or the men, or the people that are judging this woman, when we do that, we will now begin to have a bit of reduction in this jungle justice system, but this is totally wrong.
Okay, yeah, so I think it's painful that in 2022, we still have issues like this. I've always said that we need to start looking at our culture. We need to start looking at our way of life and start eliminating those things that do not serve us anymore. We can't keep living in the Stone Ages in another century. We need to start eliminating, start sifting, does this one work for the society? Does this one serve us? Does this promote equity, justice, and fairness across all gender? Because it's only in this part of the world that men are really not accused of committing adultery. The adultery accusation is always on the woman. Right. And now something happens during intercourse and somebody dies. If it was the woman who had died, nobody will parade the man for cheating. Cheating that you did not see her, you are just accusing her. Nobody will do that to the man. Right. But because it's the woman, it's the man that died, everybody will look towards the woman. A woman who is in pain, who is grieving a loss, will now be subjugated to, going through terrible things that will further cause her trauma on top of the grief that she already has. And then you assume and say that this woman has cheated. I think we need to take away those things. And unfortunately, it's women who are the custodian of this patriarchy. Exactly. It's women, and we need to do better. Put yourself in that woman's shoe. If it were you, would you like the sort of treatment?
So I think so that it doesn't look as if we're speaking over the heads of some others, because the truth is that many of us that live in the cities will probably not engage. I mean, and that's just me. I'm not even sure if that's accurate anymore. But many of us may not go this route. But there are some people in certain communities that are so used to this kind of justice, they've not really seen options. Now, is it that the leaders, I mean, technology got to that community?
Yes.
Somebody recorded it.
Yes. People
so it's not as if there's no development.
Yes.
Because somebody recorded it, I mean, technology, that means that if technology can get to a community,
education is there.
Education should get to the community. Yeah. If education can get to the community,
it's okay in Anambra State.
So, exactly. Yes. So, somebody's not doing their job, either in the local government, either in the women leaders. Something is happening where they are not being well educated on how things are carried out, especially marital issues, domestic issues like this. Mariam, your thoughts?
Yes. We have a culture that really disrespects women. We have a culture that sees women as less than. And even though in many ways we have seen improvement, but sometimes when it comes to, impulsively, we see that reaction. When it comes to a woman, one of the first ways we want to deal with her is how do we humiliate her, how do we embarrass her. Yes, I've seen a situation where I think someone saw a girl walking and maybe her dress was short. And he did not think to say to her, come, sister, your dress is short. Hey, look at you. You're called out all the big, big words and was shouting at her just so that everyone else can see what he was trying to.
Embarrass
he
her.
looked much older. He looked like he could try and correct her. But he wanted it to be, he wanted it to be a situation where he's calling her out. It led to the point where he forced her to kneel down, and then he was now praying on her. In this position, she was kneeling down. He was over her like this and trying to pray over her. So I see that sometimes, like in the marketplaces, a woman is walking, you see, if she tries to say something, you see men trying to grope her, So, like you said, Mariah, we are not doing enough, really. Many times we're talking about educating the girl child. We celebrate the girls that are getting all the A's and C's and, doing very well in schools, in places where there's exposure and, widespread education. But the reality of it is that most of Nigeria is still very much backward.
Primitive.
So we need to do much more than sitting down in air-conditioned offices, talking about, our Vision 2020, Vision 2030. We need to go into communities like this. So next thing is I hope that an example will be made of those who carry this out.
Exactly.
But not just punitively in such a way that we punish you and then that's the end of it, but also make them go through some sort of community training that will involve other women, that will open their eyes to the fact that, this could be your mother, your sister, your daughter. How would you feel if this was happening to her? And then we need to talk to our women face to face. Auntie, how did you see this happening to your other sister? And it was okay in your spirit. It did not pinch you inside your heart that this should not be happening. Why wasn't there a line of women standing there saying, we will not let you carry this out?
Exactly.
What is wrong with us women?
It's the women.
Absolutely.
It's the women.
I mean, this is Anambra State, so, and I'm so we're one of the people that are really excited about the new governor of the state, because we're really hoping that part of his agenda is always to educate, and it's not just Anambra, it's across the country. It happens in Lagos State here, everywhere. Because the truth is that the real education is, yes, a crime has been committed, or possibly, we don't even know. No, so the right thing, we don't even know if it's a crime.
Culturally, they say that if a man dies, if a woman has cheated, if she comes back to get intimate with her husband, the curse would come upon either her children. She would either lose her child or lose her husband. So because of that, they now feel like if the man dies for something must have happened. You must have done something to make such happen to you.
All these emotional judgments that we've had from back then, the truth is that they don't have, the education should change it. It's not serving us again. Because could have died of a heart attack.
Yes. Science has an explanation
Cardiac
for that.
arrest.
Cardiac arrest could have happened.
Yes.
Simple.
Do you know how many, I was telling somebody the other day that I don't know about many leaders, but I was there when they were raining courses on Ibrahim Babangida. The kind of courses they rained on this in 1993, you think as if the man in the next 5 years, the man, there's no way that everything about him will destroy. Because of all they carry coffin, they put his name inside coffin, everything, Job 93. The day they insulted Babangida, you think that the man is basking in happy. You think that they have, so is that emotional judgment? You think that by screaming his name, cursing him, you think he will die? No, he's not dead. He's alive and well. So the point is that all these are emotional judgments doesn't do jack. The truth is that we must be factual in a lot of things we do.
Yes, and another thing is, I like the fact that Miriam mentioned we need to re-educate the people. And we have to do this because it's something based in culture. You know how people get when you want to attack. They see it as an attack on their culture. This is how our fathers have done it. This is how our mothers have done it back in the day. We are definitely going to have to go through the local heads, the chiefs. They are the ones who will be championing this sort of education and sensitization. And we're also going to hold women to sisterhood. We are not our neighbor's keeper. We are not we don't act like sisters. When things happen, everybody's just vicious, as if they've been waiting for you to fall. They want to quickly, latch on you and deal with you. And hey, you're all done too much. You don't do shakara.
Somebody should have removed rapper and covered that.
We don't need that. We need to see ourselves as sisters. We're in this fight together. We're in this together. The world cannot be against us, and we are against ourselves. A house divided against itself will not stand. Any woman out there is your sister. So if something is happening, the first instinct should be protection. You must protect that woman, and then we'll start finding solutions.
Let me go on a break. When we come back, we'll take some phone calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of discrimination, humiliation of this woman in Anambra State. Let's take a few comments on social media, then we'll take a few calls. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Oladidi was like, cheating is immoral, cheating is a sin according to the tenets of our adopted religion. Don't know about traditional religion, but cheating is not illegal. If she's cheating, so I think people don't understand that from the comments that this is an accusation.
Nobody she's cheating.
But let me first clarify the truth of this story. Some people feel it's a fiction. It's not a fiction. It's a real life story that happened in recent times in Anambra State. Not fiction. A woman was intimate with her husband. Her husband died. And then she was stripped naked. It's not paraded. A movie. This still happens now. So there's and the parading was because they felt she killed her husband by her previous cheating.
Okay, let me pause you. Let me take this call because I really want us to discuss the fact that if indeed, let us say indeed she cheated, does she deserve to be paraded, humiliated like that? That's a question. Let me take this call from Anambra State. Good morning, madam. Are you there? Hello, madam. Good morning. You're live. Hello, madam, are you there? I know she really wanted to speak to us. Yes.
Yes, so Yetunde says there is no proof that she cheated. Superstitious belief is the bane of traditional society in Nigeria. The man must have died of natural causes. It's not today that people die during intimacy. Tolu's view. I think the right thing would be to investigate cause of death while also condemning the actions of the community of men and women. Was the man poisoned? Was it the case of the woman trying to cover up? So the thing is, somebody mentioned that we are siding somebody who's cheating. We are not siding. Okay, please go ahead and read it. Let me make my comment.
Royal Favor says, cheating is cheating. We should all know that Africa, cultural land, a diverse culture. If you are tired of your husband, come out, tell everyone and divorce him. It's allowed. Stop siding a cheating woman.
We are not siding a cheating woman.
No, we are siding I am siding a cheating woman. Hang in there. Let me explain it.
Okay,
let's get it right.
Go ahead.
A woman cheats. She's an adult. She made a decision to cheat. Either right, I can make a decision to slap your face. It's my decision. I can be accused of slapping your face and be arrested because I harassed as an assault. But it's my decision. I cheated on him. I'm an adult. I chose to cheat.
So it's not jungle justice.
So it's not jungle justice. There's a court you can arrest me to that you cheated on me because of this, and then you take me to court the right way. You don't accuse because, oh, she's a cheat. And not humiliate. It's wrong. It's barbaric.
It's cheating a crime.
So for you to even text that on the message, somebody who has a phone, It means that at least they're educated enough to write to text. Can write that and say you're supposed to be a cheating woman. There's a problem in our country. So we'll go back to what we said before the break.
Yeah.
We're living in a bubble. We really don't know what we're doing in this country.
We're not real to ourselves.
We're not real.
But I wanted to answer to say that it's not like we're supporting a cheating woman. The action in question here is not the cheating. That is not the cause.
It's the humiliation.
It's the humiliation on the woman. So you can handle the action differently when you gather family members and then whether you take back your diary or whatever and everybody goes their separate ways. But that humiliation of parading that woman. Remember when they brought a woman who was accused of adultery to Jesus, I come again. And they said, and Jesus said, he who has no sin should cast the first stone. You are parading this woman for cheating. Have you found out the man she cheated with to parade him to? Exactly. That's my point.
But this boy, let me take this call. I'll come to you talk about. Good morning, Ayobami. He's been holding for a while.
Good morning.
Are you there? Thanks for calling. Go ahead. You're live. I think there's something wrong with our phone lines. Good morning, Ayobami. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. I'm calling for the first time from Ibadan.
Welcome to the show. Are you listening to the TV or listening to me? Because it's
the issue of discrimination against women is entirely the solution is entirely lies with our government. Our governments are not doing enough. Our governments are not doing enough at all.
We be the government.
Now, I want to quickly give an example of some successes the government have done in the area of FGM. You will realize that female genital mutilation is very common in the West here. But you know, with the support of civil society and what have you, government were able to really make serious decisions as to stop it. In Oyo State, they went to different local governments and told them that if you carry out FGM, you will be prosecuted, you will go to jail. And these local women became fearful and they started, preaching on how not to continue with such barbaric practice. This kind of strategy can be employed, towards the discrimination against women, towards violence against women. We just need to put pressure on our government and let them do more for women in this country. Thank you
very much. So R. Kelly was arrested. Bill Cosby was arrested. If I see Bill Cosby even before the trial, and I start beating him up or I parade him because I'll simple. So it's like we're living in a jungle. So we need re-education. So that's why I said I'm even supporting the adulterer. I am supporting her because she's a human being. She's a Nigerian and she pays. Well, even if she doesn't pay taxes, but she lives in this country. She deserves justice, the right justice. Nobody should say, "Are you supporting a cheat?" Yes, I am supporting her because she's a human being.
Yeah. So I feel that we have a bigger problem. We have a bigger problem of we have lost our humanness. Like we don't behave like this person is human. If you see somebody do something, you took a piece of meat from the pot, I will use iron and I will burn your face. I will use hot knife and I will mark your body. This is how it plays out in different other areas of our life, that we are not human. We don't feel empathy for a human being anymore. And we don't trust the justice system to carry out the rights, to mete out justice to people. We need to go back to start telling them that if you see something wrong, take the person to the police station. If you start trusting, and I must applaud the police in this particular community. I want to applaud the police for stepping in and rescuing the woman and arresting. We must arrest and prosecute those that carried out the harassment on the woman.
It's important that they are also taught the better way to do things, because while they were doing this, there were children watching and they were learning to say, so this is what happens to someone if she's accused of. So the children need to see these adults arrested and put in a class. Every day they arrive at that class and then they learn for a few hours, and when they finish, they go and sweep the community. The people see them with their broom, and because this is what you do when you humiliate someone for no just cause. They need to also learn that there's a better channel to do it. If she is suspected of having killed her husband, is that all you want? Let's just say she even killed her husband. Is that all you want from her? That they just parade her and then she goes? Don't you want to see that she ends up in prison? Wouldn't you want for her to go through the justice system so that she gets the punishment that she rightfully deserves? Or you just want her to kill her husband and then walk away? So if you want, but if this is really about justice and not your ego, you will do the proper way. And I believe that so many people know the right thing to do, but it's just that part of them that I need to humiliate you because you're a woman. I need to punish you because you're a child. That part of us, we need to change that.
You don't have to run off. Let me take this, Azima. Good morning, Azima. Are you there? You're live. Good morning, Azima. Are you there? From Enugu.
Hello?
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, Azima, you're live. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. What I want to say is that this thing is a societal issue. The problem we are having right now is a societal issue. It's not about the man, it's not about the woman. It's a societal issue. We are still backlogged in our minds. Our mindset is still backlogged. We are just like one who is passing through school but not allowing the school to pass through him or her. We are in a civilized century where we have the telephones, the media innovations, but all these things are not passing through Nigeria. Yes, we are using phone. In fact, I get to think about it sometimes when you see some people, they are holding their phone and the microphone is somewhere else and they are putting their ear and in another place. So that is how it is. It's our mindset. Our mindset is still backlog. We've not really allowed the civilization to pass through us as a nation, as a people, as a tribe, as a mother, as a father, or as a child.
Thank you very much, Azima.
So we are still thinking backwards. How can it be that somebody, yes, the man died. Who knows whether the man was okay? Who knows whether he was having high BP? Who knows whether it was a cardiac arrest? Who knows?
Thank you very much, Azima. We have to wrap up with this, but that's a fantastic point. Yeah. But I think one of the reasons why we do this show is because we try to give women a platform to speak. And I think, and that's why when people ask me about, your view, and I say, listen, it is my dream that this show is replicated across board, replicated in Igbo, in Yoruba, in every single language, in community, in the lowest and the highest, every strata. It's not because we're trying to be celebrities, but because we're trying to give women a platform to speak, because what Reverend Adam said was so crucial. The women in the community must be empowered to speak up against the status quo. Yeah. They must be empowered to speak up and say, you know what, this is not acceptable. So we need to empower more women like this. It's International Women's Month, and we'll continue to bring these issues to the fore. Women must speak up. We cannot keep silent and say, because I know there are a lot of women that I didn't like that, but because that's what everybody else is doing, they tag along, and we must be able to say no. We have to say no to these things.
And the women that like that, please change.
Exactly. It's wrong.
We are sisters.
I seriously doubt if women really like it. I seriously doubt it. I really doubt it.
They do. Okay, who is now enforcing it?
Yeah. They're enforcing it. They've accepted. They're afraid.
No.
That's what they know, which is why this show is important, to make them realize that there's option. That's all they know.
You know, there's this crowd.
I think you're just excusing them.
There's this herd mentality. So imagine you're the one standing up for that woman. They say, oh, they're cheating together. That is why another person does not want to be part of that. So we're afraid and we lock up. Many of us don't speak up because we're afraid of being put on a platform and then questioned. But we need women, to do better. Yeah, we need to do better. We need to let women know that we're supporting them.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, move on to another hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.